Hello, Marvel Legends. Are you ready to get nuts? Because come on, let's get nuts. We're going to do a crazy project and it's kicking off right now in this video. We are going to cover every single Marvel Legend ever made, starting with the first 3 waves made by Toy Biz in 2002. Let's do it. Well, let me stop myself there. This list would not be possible without the incredible work done by Figure List. The website is this incredible database of every single Marvel Legend and other action figures ever put out, and they've got checklists. You can sign up, you can tick off all the different figures you have, you can see what's in your collection. It's an incredible resource. So I'm going to put all the links for that website here with this video because, oh my god, they put so much effort into what they've done here, and I've just gone and taken various bits of information and a few pictures and like, yes, I'll have that and I'll have that to make this list. So let's get to it. The very first Marvel Legend ever made in Series 1, 2002 was, of course, Steve Rogers' Captain America. And of course we love how much bang we got for our buck with Toy Biz because Captain America didn't just come with the figure, he came with a beautiful stand and also another issue of Captain America 109, I believe it was. So you got a whole package. Oh, good stuff. Keeping it Avengers themed, the next character was the Incredible Hulk. Again, like Cap, came with a stand, accessory, and also an issue of Incredible Hulk 314. And rounding out the Avengers for this wave was Iron Man. And just like the previous 2, he also comes with a wonderful sort of display stand and a copy of Iron Man 149. And the final figure from this wave was Toad. Yep, not really keeping with the Avengers theme, but there is a reason for that, because you see, this figure was actually made for the unreleased Evolution of X 2-pack, which was going to be part of the X-Men 2000 film wave. So when that ultimately wasn't released, Toad was added to this line after Toy Biz needed a 4th figure for the release of the more detailed Marvel Legends Series 1. And that does it for Series 1. Can you believe it? Only 4 figures in the entire series. This is what I try to tell to new collectors. It's like, you don't know how lucky you are. When we were collecting, we only got 4 figures in our series, and we didn't even have builder figures. We used to have to make our own baths out of broken glass, cardboard, and our own salty tears. But I digress. There were some chase figures, there were some variants, and these were the ones people really had to go after. First of all, we had Iron Man in multiple different varieties. First up, we had the snazzy looking stealth armor Iron Man, and we also had the slightly blinged up gold armor variant. And not content with just that, the Hulk got a variant figure as well. He got a chase figure that had straight fingers. Seriously, that was it. I don't know what the necessary logic was behind that, but there you go. All right, time to move on to Series 2. Now, Series 2. So for Series 2, we went from Avengers over to Fantastic Four. And they hit this wave like with a big start. The first one to come out and hit store shelves was Doctor Doom. And this Doctor Doom looked awesome because he came with, again, an actual diorama stand to go on giving that bang for the buck. And he also came with an issue of Fantastic Four number 247. Following up Doctor Doom came Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, who actually came with a beautiful bunch of like flaming fire effects. These looked so gorgeous and something that's sorely missed from a lot of modern Marvel Legends. After Johnny Storm, we had Prince Namor, the Submariner, with his trident and his sort of skin-tight kind of wetsuit-looking gear, as opposed to the sparkly green pants that we often see him in. And again, he came with an issue of Submariner number 67. And the final figure for this wave, of course, again, only 4 figures. We had Ben Grimm, the Thing. That was perfectly timed. And this thing came with a copy of Fantastic Four number 263. That does it for the main figures, but of course we had our chase variants as well. And my personal favorite one is the trench coat Thing. So it's the same thing, but with the soft goods, hat, glasses, and trench coat. Looks like it's like Ben Grimm incognito, but it kind of looks like he's trying to sneak into an adult theater as well, so that's kind of amusing. Plus, we also had the Human Torch with or without the Fantastic Four logo. The original comes without the Fantastic Four logo. The variant has the 4 on his chest, which actually is kind of cool, because then you could always have like a World War II Human Torch and then a Fantastic Four Human Torch. And finally, the other variant is the Doctor Doom Doombot variant. So again, Doctor Doom, but with the different face mask to make the Doombot sort of character. I always thought that was kind of funny that Doctor Doom is like one of the most intelligent characters in the 616, but clearly not the most creative. It's like, I have created a Doom robot. I will call him Doombot, I guess. All right. Season 3. All right, guys, Series 3 for 2002. Not Season 3. What is this, a TV show? Come on, Dave. Get with the program. TV show program. All right, so the first figure for Series 3 was Daredevil. Not just any old Daredevil, though. The 2003... Hang on a second. 2003 movie, 2002 wave. That doesn't make sense. All right. Well, you know what? I'm here now, and this is the next figure to come out. So maybe we're scooching over into 2003. Doesn't matter. No one is going to use this as a historical resource, trust me. So we had the movie Daredevil, the Ben Affleck Daredevil, a film which I think gets a lot of hate. I actually really enjoy the movie Daredevil for my sins, especially the ridiculous, Colin Farrell Bullseye. Wonderful. So, and Michael Clark Duncan as Kingpin. Yeah, that took some beating. The Netflix Kingpin was awesome, but Kingpin's got some good cinematic history. Anyway, I digress. We had the 2003 movie Daredevil, and he also came with a copy of Daredevil 164. After Daredevil, we had Ghost Rider, and this was probably one of the most ambitious figures that they had done up to this point. Not just the figure of Ghost Rider, but the whole bike came with him as well. I would need to get a larger Spinatron 5000 just to, have the full Ghost Rider figure on here to represent him. Or, as you can see, I don't have any of the early Toy Biz ones, so I'm sort of filling in with what we got here. But yeah, this figure sort of set a new kind of standard of like what they could pack into those little clamshell cases. They were very impressive. And of course, like the other figures, Ghost Rider came with an issue of Ghost Rider #2 from 1973. Coming up next, we start to represent the mutants because we have Wolverine here, claws out, looking like a badass, and that's a figure that still is like in heavy circulation today, is this Toy Biz Logan, especially with the Hellfire Club Goon diorama as well. With the new Hellfire Club sets coming out and the new Goons coming out, this is once again in high demand. And this issue, of course, with the setup, came with, this comic, no, this figure, we got there, this figure came with a reprint of Uncanny X-Men number 133, where Wolverine just cracks open a can of whoop-ass on all the Hellfire Goons. And what would the X-Men be without Magneto? So of course we got a Magneto figure to give the mutants their sort of counterpart, their evil villain to battle. And he looked great. And he came with an issue of the Jim Lee 1991 X-Men series, that being issue number 2. And finally for this wave, and for this year, and for this video, we had the Mighty Thor, who you saw earlier on the Spinatron 5000. He was the final part of that classic Avengers lineup. So now, after these 3 series, you had Iron Man, you had Hulk, you had Captain America, and you had Thor. But that's not it, we've still got a couple of variants to cover. Okay, well actually I sold you a full spill of goods. We have one variant to cover, and that is the maskless Wolverine. So there's quite a few of these floating around out there, the masked and the maskless Wolverine. For any hardcore collectors, of course, you got to try and track them both down. But hey, you get 2 dioramas, twice as many beaten up Hellfire Goons. So that's all good fun. And folks, that was the first year, and maybe the next year, of Marvel Legends, the Toy Biz years. And that was the end of this first video chronicling what might be like the entire legacy of Marvel Legends if people actually watch these, because that's what I do. I just look at the views of each video and I'm like, well, People didn't like that idea. So guys, if you enjoyed this, let me know, like, share and subscribe. Please do like, because that's really useful for me to decide what kind of future content we're going to do. And in the meantime, guys, thank you so much for supporting the channel. Go check out Figure List, all right? I'll leave the comments, because if you collect action figures, there's no better resource for, you know, looking after your collection and curating it and what have you. So guys, thanks for joining us, and until next time, keep displaying model behavior.